The big deal is safety at the Chicago street course, but welcome everybody to St. Louis, the statistically most dangerous city in the United States. However, this is floated under every NASCAR fan's radar. We're ready for 100 laps here of NASCAR racing with Joey Logano, Ross Chastain leading the field to the green flag, fresh off of the Coke 600 last week where we saw Chastain pick up his first win of the season, punch his ticket into the playoffs. We're underway, stages 25, 25, 50, a fuel run approximately 30 laps now as they head down towards turn one. You're already going to see some 3 wide in the background here. I am joined as usual by Fast Click Live up in the booth, and Jay, right off the bat, we're seeing some multi-groove racing and already maybe a little bit of contact between, I think that was the 2 and the 47.
Yeah, and already a bunch of 3 wide further back in the field as well, Gary. Maybe some guys getting not so good qualifying efforts will make their way forward really early. Again, short race here, 100 laps, 25, 25, stage 1 and 2, 50 laps for stage number 3, Gary. And last week at Charlotte, we saw probably our best race of the season, and it led to Ross Chastain getting his first victory of the season. But there was a lot of things that happened throughout that race, Gary. And eventually, at one point, we had 4 or 5 cars flipping in one wreck together that really resulted in that race changing, but there was still a lot of racing going on for the rest of the time in Charlotte.
We did see an absolutely ginormous crash there in Charlotte. Now it looks like Kevin Harvick up in the outside. Well, we got multiple rows right here of 3 wide racing right now. You look a little bit further back, Suarez maybe 3 wide here in turn 3 with as Kyle Busch just drove right through to the lead. Actually, oh, I think the 22's got a problem.
Logano, an issue again.
Oh, Chastain, everyone's close to him, and Logano's gonna try and get out of the way down this back straightaway. Oh my goodness, that got close there, but
and we might see 4 wide. Never mind, we're just gonna stay 3
oh,
wide.
24.
The car slowing, it's Byron.
24 caught the wall. I heard it there. The 24 caught the outside wall on the exit of turn 2. He's going to get back up to speed, but the 47 caught it as well.
Yeah, he's showing some true speed once again, Gary. We talked about it multiple times, too, where you mentioned he'll be coming through the field, he'll be flying, look like he has the fastest car. I think we thought he had the fastest car last week in Charlotte, and ultimately never really found his way to the front and was never able to truly contend for that win, and obviously did not get into victory lane. So Larson, on the virtual side of things, Gary, not finishing races off as much as he has in real life. I mean, you talk about in real life, Larson is either...
Oh, but we take a look at that gap, as Jay mentioned. 3.5 seconds. Now, 3.49. So, I mean, he is gaining. He didn't gain a lot, Jay, but still, nonetheless, that 5 car is proving that as this run gets longer and longer, he's definitely the probably fastest car on the track.
I think he's got a shot at getting to the 1 and the 9. I'm not sure he's got a shot of getting Kyle Busch, though. Only 5 laps to go in the stage, and they come around this time, Gary. I think the
gap again, Larson.
I think there's a yellow.
3.4. Is there a yellow?
I see
no.
Caution out. I swear I saw him waving the yellow flag.
No, we're still... Caution is out on the racetrack here from Gateway now as they head down the back straightaway. It appears Noah Gragson has run into some issues. So Jay's right. Caution's out. Noah Gragson wide. Out of turn 2, catches the ball, bounces off, ping pong. Here we go into the 48, into the 41. Around he goes, 41 hard into the outside wall, that is. And around goes the 42 of Noah Gragson. Kyle Busch, your stage 1 winner, ready to lead the field to the green flag. We're back on our way in stage number 2 here from St. Louis in Gateway. Kyle Larson now, row number 2, third on the inside. Now as they head down into turn 1. Jay, look at that. Chase Elliott. Clear down into turn 1 over Kyle Busch.
Yeah, but I think the guy that got to worry about Gary is Kyle Larson, now up in the 3rd place, starting this run right behind the leaders. This time this was a crash.
Crash on the exit of turn 2. That's the 16 of AJ Allmendinger and the 10 of Eric Almirola, the 31 of Haley as well, who's through the grass up here. Good heavens. That's the 78 of BJ McLeod, who's going to be barreling down into turn 3. Here's a look, the 16, the 17, and the 3 all kind of come together right there. Hard contact on the outside. The 2 of Cindric second in the points as well. And you see a few cars pile in, but a lot less damage than what could have been in that accident. Jay, we saw about 6 cars stay out, 7 cars stay out on tires that are only about half a lap older. I say it's not that bad of a call to take that track position.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one, especially Hamlin, who had a really fast car in the end of stage 1. Keselowski up to the high side right there, slides all the way immediately to the wall. Wasn't able to get entry into 1 and 2, but actually might get a pretty good exit there. 3 wide back here, Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch, and everybody once again seems to be more civilized this restart, Gary. But once again, that 3 wide is all over the place as the 5 of Larson pushes Noah Gragson into turn 3. Kyle Busch up on the outside, Bubba Wallace on the outside of that. The 23 is sliding back hard here, Gary. He stayed out, and obviously I think that's being on the high sides, what's affecting him when the old tires are there for a moment.
In the back. In the back, 4 cars pile up. We're wrecking for last. Here in Gateway, what is this? Cinder. Watch the 16 and the 34 right here. You'll see the 16 hook, the 34 into the 22 and the 2 of Cindric now, and they all just collide again across the stripe. Caution flies. Everybody pitted. Corey LaJoy now out in front. Jay, we have had a caution-filled stage 2 so far, and we only have 13 laps to go in the stage, and we have certainly had a bit of a curveball on this one.
Oh, I thought
my.
He is going to make it 3 wide for the lead. And look at him, power by on the inside. Reddick all the way up to the outside. You can see it's a true disadvantage. Truex right there. Almost The 41 of Priest in the wall checks up. Everybody checks up behind him. They all make it away clear, though, Gary. These restarts in stage number 2 have been hectic so far.
And these two going at it here. You saw Hamlin waste no time. Alex Bowman, who started at the back and struggled in stage 1, is moving his way forward.
And still 3 wide up here with Keselowski, Alex Bowman, Reddick, LaJoy. LaJoy slides up. That allows Keselowski on the bottom to maybe get clear here for
caution
a second.
Again.
Look at Hamlin, Gary, running away by a second. And, yep, there's a yellow once again.
Here's the look. Harrison Burton puts the quarter panel on the 41. And then watch this. This is not a caution. But what becomes a caution is the 41 driving through the grass and trying to enter the pit lane, but instead does that head on into the barrels. We're back underway. In Gateway, Denny Hamlin leads down towards turn 1 as 6 laps to go in stage 2. Keselowski on the outside. Jay, now the question is, can we go green to the end of stage 2?
Yeah, we've had a caution riddle in stage 2 so far, Gary, and this is a bit like back to season 1, where we've had a good, clean stage number 1, or most of it stage 1, stage 2 chaos. Speaking of chaos, this 34 car on the track, been involved in 2 or 3 crashes, no front end, and still decides to be in the way of a bunch of people, including Chase Elliott.
Oh, that's going to be big. The big one, Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch. We got the 22 in the barrels. Kyle Busch still getting hit by things. 2 Penske cars again. The 2 and the 22 always finding each other. Everything. Corey LaJoy, the culprit this time. He's going to hook Harvick in the middle of 3 into the 31. And while this is going to ignite a big accident there. You see the cars piling in. Back here, Logano head on into the barrels. Cars crashing up here. The 21 and the 8. The 2 of Cindric somehow gets pretty minor damage. I think this is 3rd wreck, and he still might be going on again for a 4th. We're ready to go green. The top 10 is on your left side. Top leaderboard right there for stage 2. Now, stage 2 would be ending at the lap 51 mark, but since we're going green at lap 50, we're counting stage 2 as closed when we were taking the green right there. Brad Keselowski leads the way into turn 1. How about that 77 running up here? Jay, I don't think that's a good thing.
Wow. Yeah, Chastain's going to need to get to his inside. As he does
heavens.
Right there. May have been a little bit of wall contact, but they get by it. Harvick goes by there on the inside as well. Leads 3 wide once again, Gary. Somehow that 34 right there of McDowell.
Got a top 10 in the stage.
Is in the top 10 and still running is at the top 10. I thought that car was actually going to be really slow, but somehow he has enough speed to not be a complete roadblock.
Well, there's Kyle Larson, his biggest competition of Kyle Busch wrecked, who's still in the race. But now Larson to the inside. I mean, through all the chaos, Jay, Kyle Larson kept a cool head, stayed patient, now finds himself leading.
Well, somehow that 8 car, Gary, I think he's still okay.
Oh.
We're going to need some more cautions.
Yep,
there it is.
Jesus. Oh, my good heavens. There it is. Oh, what is Austin Cindric doing?
Cindric slapping? Oh.
He just wanted to be a part of a
That's
fourth
like the
one.
4th or 5th time this man has been involved in the yellow, and he's still going.
Blaney all the way through to the 15 of pool. Stay on track. Kyle Larson on back into the pits. Now we're back underway again in what has turned into a calm stage 1. Now a crash-filled St. Louis at Gateway race. Ryan Blaney going to take the lead here on the exit of turn 2 over Martin Truex Jr. Let's pay attention, though, as we watch back through the field. If they keep it clean, it looks like they do, actually, this time. Now in front.
Hamlin.
Oh, the 48's going to drive into the 5 on the exit of 4, and Larson's stuck right now behind the 7. We still know that nobody can make it to the end on field. You need to make it to lap 70 to be able to make it to the end here now. So these guys certainly will be thinking about pitting soon, but I think right now the race could be between the 20 and the 1 of Chastain. They are flying through this field, and they are both running down the 12 and that number 11 of Hamlin.
20. They are absurdly fast right now. They are catching, even side by side, they're catching the 11 and the 12 really fast here. So
turn 1 or on the exit of 4, which, yeah, to be right here on the exit of turn 4. Jay won last week in Charlotte. Doesn't have the best car, but he certainly has a good car. He was running top 5, top 10 all day long, and here he is now. And Larson's still moving forward, and he's bringing the 24
Keselowski,
with
too.
him. Yeah, Brad is also making some gains here up the inside of Hamlin. Chastain loses the spot officially to the 20 car.
There goes Daniel Suarez into the pit lane, into the grass, getting down into that access. So let's make sure he gets into the pits. Okay, I think he should be fine.
So it's all on Hamlin.
Hamlin right now is able to get past the 38, and I think another lap car he might have been able to get around as well. This is the thing to watch for, Gary. They're off turn 4. I don't know if this is to put him past Chastain or if this is to put him back onto the lead lap. This might be a pass on Chastain here. He's going to be close. I don't think he's going to have him, though.
No, not going to be close enough here as Chastain's already exiting and getting up to speed, and you're going to see, yep, that's the gap right there. He's
advantage. So these guys stayed out longer than our leader, Gary. Really messed up. We've seen so many times in NR2003 where there is a chance to have a better strategy than the leader catch him and run him down.
Wait a
I
minute.
think only a handful of times we've seen it happen. Yeah, you're right. Wait a darn minute.
Wait a minute.
How in the wait a minute? What has happened?
Wait a minute.
How did they take 2 tires? Because otherwise, how did this happen?
Ross the boss. Certainly not the boss anymore. As Brad Keselowski has somehow come out with the lead.
Yeah, I think it's Keselowski.
I mean, did you have Brad Keselowski, the 3rd multi-time winner on your bingo card of this 2023 season?
I did not coming into the season, but I mean, the last couple of weeks, the way that 6 cars run, yeah, wow, Chastain, I thought for a second was going to dump the crap out of
He needs a yellow.
Yeah, he's going to need something to go for him here as we cross the line. It was 2.6 last time when they crossed the line. Let's see what it is for Chastain this time.
Well,
2.1.
It might be game on.
It may not be over yet.
It might be interesting here in Gateway. Chastain's got to work his way forward, and I mean, you never know. We could still see a yellow. We got some racing happening all around this circuit still. Knocking on the door as they head down toward turn 3, and Jay, he is close to within a few car lengths. I don't think this is going to be much of a battle.
If I'm Keselowski, I just let the one get to your inside, and then you just hook it a little bit, make it look unintentional. You get loose and just turn him. But I don't think there's going to be much of a conversation for that, because I think Chastain is going to blow by him here in turn 1 and 2 as he has the advantage to the inside. Not clear just yet. Keselowski sent it, and now that allows Chastain to get around him easy. And goodbye, Chastain. Congratulations. From Gateway, I'm handing this back to you. He is leading by about 2 seconds over Keselowski.
Ross Chastain comes through to win in Gateway, as now he picks up his 2nd win of the season. Keselowski crosses the line 2nd. Chase Elliott still remains winless on the season. Byron dropped like a rock at the end there, down to 8th place. Suarez rounding out the top 10 as Kyle Busch ended up P12. A decent day for him with that rear end damage now. And that wraps it up here from Gateway. Now my throat absolutely destroyed from all that talking. Yeah,
mine is too.
Oh, join the club there. We as well focus in next